thought people would be here to hand them around.
The camera?
Name badging, are you?
Oh no, it's just the way it's tilted. We tilted it that way. Like it's on, it's a class that connects, yeah. Because we're trying to get both of them, like her and the camera at the same time. So.
I would say this is pretty dismal.
Yeah.
Granted, we had a party last night.
You kind of knew this was going to happen at some point,
Yeah.
though, right?
I'm actually glad it was me and not another instructor. Okay, well, what they missed, they missed. So let's just start by going over numbers.
So am I added to the right team now at this point? Am I added to the right team now at this point?
Yes, you did.
Am I added to the right team now at this point?
Yeah, I'll just change them.
You guys just spread those amongst you at the back there.
Good morning. My phone is so fucked right now. I was trying to get the clock to work. It's so full, it's not working. So I couldn't get into it for 15 minutes. Okay, so the numbers that we have up here are top associates for this week. So it's a cumulative running number as you. Sorry, my voice. No one has seen on the database.
What's that?
You may have a name tag.
So we made it work though.
Okay.
Finally make the list. Contacts and database. The events.
No, yeah, one.
I'm off. Oh no, I'm still there on
Sorry, I just got a frog in my throat.
I was like,
Yeah, really well. Anyway.
So congrats to all the people that are up here. Are you surprised to see it?
Yep.
Because this is accumulation of everything we've done since Monday. And when you put in your results, sometimes we have off days, we can make it up, we can go ahead, and try and catch up. If you know that there's gonna be an issue like 2 days from now, maybe you get ahead, but this is the average for the week. So what I find really interesting is that it's a lot of the same people that are coming up. And as I said when I first started, what you put into it is gonna be what you get out of it. So, if you have a little friendly competition going and you're number 2 and you want to be number 1, it's not difficult to do. And it makes it kind of fun. But I think it's also great that we have names and stuff coming in on the milestones already. So you're starting to see the pipeline take effect. So we've got people with appointments, we've got people with signed agreements, we've got some sales that have been done. Okay, no, my name in there shouldn't be in there. That was for me playing with the numbers, so don't look at that.
Stop bragging, Lizanne.
I'm going to go back and fix that this weekend because I have a little catching up to do. And on that note, Irene, who is the master of time blocking and prospecting, is going to give you a little inspiration on that topic.
Yeah, should we wait for a minute?
No, we should not. I don't have time.
So I heard a rumor floating around on Wednesday that some of you thought I wasn't human. I did make it home.
You're a machine.
I assure you I am. Reed, it's me. I'm here. We have 2 kids. Philip's a cub leader. I volunteer pizza lunch. And it's Friday. And I have put in 8.5 hours of prospecting this week so far. That includes 2.
What time did you wake up?
Well, at 5 actually, now that you ask. It's at 5 o'clock. So because I was dealing blackjack last night, I missed my workout this morning. So I'm, not quite as gung-ho as I can be. So 2 hours of that 8.5 was door knocking. Right? As soon as the thermometer or thermostat, whatever, gets up to about 0, I'm out. Right? So that means you guys all can too. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. And the people that are more productive don't have any more time in the day. If I had more time in the day, I'd fill it. You guys have the exact same 24 hours. So you got to figure out what you're going to do with those 24 hours to work on the top bit so that you can fill up the bottom bit. Because this last bit, that's what pays you. That closed contracts, granted in the session this week, I realize we're a little bit early, but this is what's going to pay you. So if you don't do all of this, that will lead to all of this, you're not going to get anything here. right? It means no paycheck. So what are you doing it for? So figure out what you want to do. I'm here to make my calls, to show you that really I am. And then you guys can all do it. Like,
It's closed, excuse me.
They
It's
moved
closed,
in.
closing day, moved in, keys in hand.
you, and your paycheck.
And your paycheck.
And your paycheck.
And your
2
paycheck.
days later.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
10 days later, or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So seriously, like you guys, everything I keep repeating, you get out of it what you put into it. You don't put anything into it, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Including
One-
money.
Including money. You know, one day you might have a deal fall in your lap. You might be working on something over here, and you're working, and nothing's happening over here, and all of a sudden you get something over here. It does happen. Once in a while, you can't count on it. You gotta keep working on all this stuff over here. This week I've had 3 referrals, and 2 of them from other realtors. Because I keep nurturing those relationships with the other realtors.
Which that's on our topic today, but what I do want to highlight is, I find it amazing that Irene can say, I did precisely 8.5 hours of prospecting. And the reason she can do that is because she's very systematic
I
about
have this very
Yeah.
high-tech way of keeping track of my prospecting. See, this is it.
Serious.
Like,
Seriously,
get a piece of
yeah,
paper.
it's not
Seriously.
rocket science.
What are these
That's,
contacts made is
Yeah.
one dash.
yeah, so how many calls have I made?
Yeah.
How many doors have I knocked on? How many contacts is that?
So you track the number of calls versus the number of calls versus the number of actual people that you speak.
Yeah, so I'll just give you an example. So Monday I went door knocking, I had 20 doors, I made 9 contacts. And after that, I added 2 people to our database. One is actually moving at some point, and the other one isn't moving, but he's a good referral source. And he said, sure. So those 2 people, so 20, 9, 2.
We're not gonna go into that right now because we'll be here all day.
Yeah.
It's going here,
Okay.
but there are, you will get it, there
Yeah,
are
you'll
scripts
get
in
it.
there.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, also good day, a little bit colder. I hit 14 doors. The reason, and these are both an hour. I do hour blocks.
What time do you do that?
4, 5, 6 p.m. In the winter, 4 or 5.
Well, you know what,
before
we're
it
gonna
gets
talk
dark.
about door knocking today,
Okay.
so,
Great.
Irene is the master at it, and part of this is, you gotta learn, what's in here, and then know who to go to when you want to improve on it too. So, would it help everybody if they had a copy of Irene's tracking
Sure.
sheet?
Sure.
Okay, if you email it to
So,
me,
yeah.
I'll send it out to
So
everybody.
what I'll do is I'll send you this one with all my little jot notes, and then I'll send you
A master.
the
Yeah.
soft copy,
Yeah.
so you guys can actually just.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so, I still think these are pretty good results for our first week. They haven't changed a lot since yesterday, but we had a lot going on, and so tomorrow is your mission day to do your own catch-up and to make this week what you want to make of it. I want to go over and do the action reveal from yesterday and talk about your ahas, and did everybody get through it? Hello? Okay, it was session 2's action reveal. And it was the one where you had a ton of videos to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, did you like watching them in class, or is it easier to watch it on your own? Is it worth us putting it up here?
On your, on
I like it in the class.
Okay, so we can do both, and you can choose to stay or not. Did anybody have any problems with any of them? No, it's all pretty self-explanatory, nobody's getting stuck on anything? Yep, okay, good. What was the most useless thing, sorry.
That's helpful too.
Do we have this on tape?
Useful, yes, we do have that on tape. What was the most useful thing on all the videos that you watched? There's a lot of material there. What can you actually take and apply to your business that resonated with you?
The cold calling one seemed to really resonate with people yesterday. Remember the feedback thing? He always asks a question, so would you like that, or would that be helpful to you? So that really was really good.
Good, okay. we're actually gonna come back to cold calling a bit today.
Okay.
So that's good, because we got a little bit, there's another inspirational video that is really good on that front. Okay, on the 10-4 front, is there anybody who hasn't written any notes yet?
I wrote one and it's not,
Okay.
I don't know why.
Can I have some feedback as to, I know we've done all this stuff and then notes kind of come at the end and it's hard to circle back. Is it, why are they not getting written?
It gets lost in everything else. It
Okay.
like becomes the bottom priority for whatever reason. It
Okay.
just does, becomes the bottom priority.
I like it, I just don't know anymore who to write to, what.
Okay, all right, well, we're gonna circle back to that a bit today.
I thought it might be the expense. Some people have said like, it's, $10 a day, it's, $5 a day, you know, and for the whole, if you look at that.
If you, the idea of Ignite is creating habits that you carry forward. And in order to create a habit, you have to see value in it. And it's your way of standing out. So, and it's your way of building relationships and carrying it forward. So it may not be natural to a lot of people, and I think that's what's great in here is that they've got, you know, just write this. And it's basically following up on the conversation that you just had. And over time, you may get to the point where you're actually talking to 15 people in a day. And it's not appropriate to send notes to everybody, because if you're carrying a conversation forward and you send it last week, you're not gonna send another one to them this week. So you have to use it as a tool and figure out where the value comes for it from you. In terms of standing out and where you want to put it in your whole arsenal of touch points. Okay, does that make sense? Does everybody have cards for today? Who does not?
I have cards, but I didn't bring it.
Okay, so I have some in my office because one of the things we are doing today is writing a card. So just make sure if you've got them. I have the senior one, so I have a whole stack full.
Well, I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're talking about today is actually more on your lead gen. You've had a whole week of calling, and now you probably called all the people you were comfortable calling with, and you've run out of people. So of all the stuff that you've done, how many people have actually received referrals? 2?
This week?
Yeah, of all the calling you've been made, how many people have actually received?
As in meaning that referral has called you or gotten in touch with you? Because I mean, I've gotten referrals and I've reached out to them, but I haven't heard back.
No, but you got the referrals.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not worried about what the referrals answered you, just referral.
Gotcha.
Are you making headway in getting comfortable asking for business? That's,
Yeah.
okay.
You know, on that note, it's the habit of asking referrals and the training of your clients to send you everybody they know. I always say it's not your job to pre-qualify the referral for me. Don't worry about the price range, don't worry about the neighborhood, just make the connection. Because you don't want them to start pre-qualifying their referrals, because they might say, oh, you know, Cassie, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, so just, get them to send it to you. On page 9 is the new script about what to say to the referrals. So now you've got them, and you're starting to get comfortable asking about it, and now you've got to call this other person. Okay? Do you want to read it out to everybody? Or do you want me to read it out?
Sure, I'll read it.
Yeah, okay. So we'll just review that really quickly.
Sure, okay. Hi Linda, my name is Irene, I'm with Keller Williams Realty. Your name was given to me by a close friend of both of ours, Carmel. And she said that I should give you a call. Is now a good time to talk for a couple minutes? Sure, Irene. Carmel said that you were thinking about maybe selling your house at some point this year and asked if I would please give you a call. She and I both want to make certain that you are in great hands and that you have the very best. That's why I'm calling. Since everyone likes to know what houses are selling for, I'd like to share my real estate app with you. You can see what's going on anywhere from your street to any place in North America. It's free, no cost to you, and I can send you a text to link to it. Does that sound good? Well, sure. If they're selling. So when is it that you're planning to move? Have you listed your property with another sales representative? Oh, great. Next step is for us to get together. I can answer all of your questions and explain how the entire process works. It only takes about 20 minutes. Can we meet today, or would tomorrow be better for you? Remember, always give them an option.
The 20-minute thing's good too, because a meeting implies we're gonna be there for an hour and a half.
Yeah, exactly. So if they're not interested now, great, no, I totally understand. So just so you know, I have a wealth of interesting and timely information about the real estate market in your area, and I'd love to send it to you. Let me make sure I have your current email and address. And do me a favor, please. If you hear of someone with a real estate need, will you keep me in mind? Oh, sure. Great. And after you download the app and try it out, just send me a quick text and let me know how you like it. I'd appreciate that. Thanks for your time today, and please let me know if there's anything I can ever do for you. Okay, so I'm reading a script. I'm reading it word for word. Did it sound like I was reading it?
No.
I have to tell you something. My very first bold, I had my accountability partner, and she practiced her script on me on the phone. I knew her, I knew that she was reading from a script, and I knew what we were doing. And it still didn't sound like a script. So if me with all that stuff, and I know that it's a script, didn't sound like a script, they will have no idea that you're reading. Just make sure you're
The get back to me thing for the app, because I was just thinking this last night, actually lying in bed, I was like, yeah, I'm given the app, but how do I know they're using it? Because I was looking and it does show you when someone actually uses it, and it sends you an email, right? I haven't received any emails, and I've sent that out to a lot of people.
Me
So I
too.
think
I've
that,
tried that too.
I think
Nobody's
that
responded.
getting back to me,
Yeah.
use it, and then let me know how you like it or whatever, I think that's probably pretty.
And it's also an opportunity for you to go back to them and say,
Did you use it?
yeah.
Did you get it?
Is
Did
it
you use it?
user friendly? You know, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to see how people are liking it. I'm just taking a bit of a poll,
Yeah.
you know. The other thing is,
I wouldn't ask her for today or tomorrow.
no, yeah, it gives you a reason to touch base with them later. So just mark it in your to-dos for later, or put it on your database, however you're tracking that.
Katya, you could say, would you like to meet sometime this week or maybe next?
Yeah,
Or I would say, this evening's a weekend better or something.
yeah, just, you can alter that kind of stuff. The other thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna get referrals from people, and you're gonna try to reach them, and you're not gonna hear anything back. And you're gonna leave messages, and then you're gonna start to feel like you bothered them. So I think the one thing about that is until you hear, I've got another agent and I'm not gonna be interested in meeting with you, you have to keep in mind that it's not all about you. People are busy, sometimes they're traveling for business, sometimes you don't know what's going on in their life. So expect to try and reach them at least 5 or 6 times. You get them the first time around, bonus. But make sure that you don't get discouraged and that you're persistent. Leave them a nice message saying, oh, like playing telephone tag, just thought I'd try you again. I know the weeks can be busy, I'll try you again, or feel free to call me, that type of thing. I have one that I'm actually trying to get a hold of, and I just thought that what I was gonna do is sit in front of my computer and do like a quick bomb video. Hi, it's me, just putting a name to a face. I'm trying to reach you because, you know, Wayne gave me your contact info. Hope we can connect soon, and just, you know, leave it like that. So keep in mind that you're not always gonna get them the first time around once you get the referral, but keep that in your database to keep trying.
I like that you made a video and sent it, that's great.
Yeah.
So we can see your face.
Yeah, you know, if you're comfortable with that,
No,
just
she
do
said,
it.
she's trying to hold something.
Yeah, you said a Christmas one too, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I one of my lead
Yeah, I like
pillows
that.
is that I find, from a leverage point of view, video is something that I'm trying to get better at doing, and it does get easier, as everything does when you do it. Okay, so,
Lizanne,
Yeah.
can I ask a question? This is actually backing up a little step, but I realize that I have difficulty asking people to give me another person's number or contact information. Like asking for referral, but then the extra step of asking for their number, I think is where I get stuck, because I feel like I wouldn't give out a friend's phone number without their permission, or without telling them first.
Right.
I've given your, is it okay for me to give out your phone number? So it's hard for me to ask for that when I wouldn't do it myself to a friend or.
Well, and that's where you have to have two alternatives. And that, one of them is, if somebody says, oh yeah, I think Susie's is going to be selling soon.
Yeah.
You need to keep control of the process because it's in your vested interest, not really in theirs. They're helping you and they're being nice. And so you have to train them on how to give you the referrals.
Right.
So you might want to say something like, oh, that's great. I'd be happy to contact her and reach out to her. Are you comfortable giving me her contact info? And if she says, no, I'm not, I'd like to talk to her first, I say, I totally understand that. Can I call you back in a couple of days and see how it went?
Oh, okay, that's good.
And at that point, it's got to sit in her mind because she knows you're coming back to her.
Yeah.
And then you can say, when you talk to her, just ask her if it's okay for you to give her my phone number and I'm happy to reach out to her.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can circle back and take control of it again.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I have been trying to train my friends to, and telling them, I find that it's a bit of a burden for people to have to be the one to make the call. So you please let them know that I'm happy to call them,
Yeah.
and so
Don't
anyway,
say burden.
it's-
This isn't a burden.
No,
You're
no,
out
no.
there to help them. And,
Yeah,
and
no,
they
I-
have to feel like they're helping their friends giving them to you.
Right.
It's not a
But
burden
for some,
for them.
Right, yeah.
Change your language.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
language has a huge effect.
What I find a lot of people do too is they make e-intros.
Yeah.
They send one email to both parties
Yeah.
and then they say,
Right.
now you know
Yeah.
each other, you can take it from here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
or
another
Facebook
alternative you
or
can say to
email.
them, if you prefer, once you talk to her, just send me an email. And then maybe you don't have to call her back, but if she doesn't, then you have to call her back and say, hey, I was wondering if you got a hold of her, if you ran out traveling.
Or even a group text.
Yeah. So, does that help?
Yes, thank you very
Okay.
much.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes to write a note. So on any of the calls that you did yesterday, grab your note cards and I want you to write one note. On page 13 are some of the things that you can say to Mets and referrals that you spoke to. And I'm going to run and get some cards for people who are missing.
Just better send it. $5.
Our parents together, but
Small group today.
Friend request. Oh my God.
The only one.
Yeah.
Oh. I was leaving
I'm gonna forget my headset.
language.
Can't call it out my headset.
We actually like to indefinitely the second version that takes us so much.
Anybody else need one?
I don't know why they call it. That's why he said it. Yeah, but it's for just between you and I.
No, you're supposed to send them.
I just want to get my mark.
Yeah, you did.
It shouldn't be allowed.
I think it's a couple of.
It is for sure. Anybody else missing a note card?
Yeah, I mean, please,
Oh,
thank you.
tell me. Oh, yeah. Carmel, note card writing time.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you supposed to copy exactly? Maybe we give them time to travel.
Thank you, Lizanne.
Yeah.
You can make your own personal, if you want to change it a bit, change it a bit.
Would you personalize it by saying hi, whoever?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. You're writing a note to somebody. Great talking to you yesterday. Right, that's an idea. So just take it and write whatever you feel. It can be a sentence. Great to catch up with you. Because you're putting your, what's the other one thing you're doing with this note card?
You're that guy.
What's the other one thing you're doing with this note card?
Staying top of mind.
You're putting your business card in it. It is to follow up. So great chatting with you. You know, put the business card in it. Fun to catch up, or thanks for the referral, or you know, so excited to hear about your plans. I'll talk to you in a couple of months about moving. Whatever you want to say. Those scripts in there are just ideas.
Hi. Personal notes ridiculously effective. I should write more. I wrote 4. I wrote 4 in 2015, 2 of which generated sales. You think, why did I write more personal notes? But they're so important.
They are. They really are. And what Adam just said, not only did he get the business from it, is that I only wrote 2, they worked really well, but I haven't done any more. What makes you stand out is that nobody actually gets around to doing it. That's what makes it so effective. So just do it.
Lizanne, what do you like to write when you talk to somebody? They're wishy-washy, but they want you to keep in touch. What do you usually say to them just to say hi?
Great to chat with you. You know I'm here if you have any questions about real estate. Hope I can, you know, help you get where you want to go type thing. What do you want them to do?
I just want them to be comfortable with me.
Okay.
That's it.
So make it light and friendly, great to chat with you. It's cool to hear about your plans. If I can help you get where you want to go in any way, I'm here for you. Yeah. Let's get together and have coffee. This isn't like the notes that you learned in grammar school plus the date on here.
I feel like it is. I'm
with
right
the
back
period.
there.
Yeah, no, it's a reflection of you, and it's another way to build a relationship.
I sing it all the time.
Why is it so, you know, like we can just like pay, you know, in an email so easily, or text messages.
Okay, another 1 minute, and then we're calling. Okay, wrap that up. And now we are going to spend 15 minutes on the phone. So I need everybody back in their chairs at 9:45. Yeah. It may not generate business, but it often generates. Thanks for the note. That was really nice of you. Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. Okay, so everyone,
Just call me for 15.
Yes, call in for 15. Yep. I'm going to ring the bell right before 1:45, so I want everyone to finish their calls and run back here. I'm running a bit behind.
age.
Yeah, that's it, that's it.
I don't know where that came from.
I can't even remember the facts.
We have 5. I'm coming there in a second. Oh yeah, Carson. Good family.
Okay, you got 10 minutes. Let's go. Oh, okay, great. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, just with an eye.
Oh, okay. Okay. No problem. I will fix that. Not a problem.
No problem. You know why?
You're not licensed. Yeah, that's it. Yes. It's okay. But what you can be doing is making your list. So as soon as you can.
I've actually been, I don't know if this is, I've been going through all of the personal contacts.
I wish, no?
Later,
Yeah.
other things, and then I've been more comfortable like commenting home on a social basis. So I was telling her, it turns out like a friend of mine, we spent a lot of time, she was on maternity leave, she's been back at work for about 8 months. I called her on a plane, and so she just lives over here, so we're meeting after this, because she's like, we need a place, they live in a
Brilliant. Here, you see?
Yeah.
So
Hi,
she
John.
knows
It's
I'm not-
Conrad
yeah.
from Keller Williams. How are you?
Yeah.
Not too bad. I was calling real quickly. I just wanted to see if you had any real estate plans coming up for this year.
Sure, yeah. But I just know, I just didn't feel
Okay.
that.
Do you know anybody who might be looking to buy or sell a home this year?
So that way I can hit the ground running.
Well, that's exactly it.
And I have been taking the things that you've been showing, like, because I have not.
Appreciated it that you gave it a thought and that you offered to pass them along to me. Just wanted to also talk to you about a real estate app. It's a great real estate app. It's better than realtor.ca, and we use it all the time. I was wondering if I could confirm that I could send it to you through the number that I'm calling.
Of being
Wonderful. And if you download it, give me a text to let me know how you like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure of her time frame, that's why we're meeting.
Great. So if you could let me know if anybody that, if you hear of anybody that needs real estate needs, please keep me in
And the other
mind.
thing that you should
And
do
text me with the with your idea, with your thoughts on the app.
I'm also partial with my dog.
Wonderful. Thanks. Have a good day.
And they like,
Bye.
don't open the door, don't. No, yeah. And this is, we're on our 4th meeting. So we've just, I feel like my life is going to take in shape now. So I just know that you're like,
But that's okay. When I got into real estate, I had 3 year-old and 5-year-old.
they're pretty much the exact same.
You know, and there is great flexibility, and so I would change my day so that getting them at school for 8:30, because my kids started at 8:30.
I got my older daughter starts her school starts at 8:20.
Yeah.
So I take her, drop my husband off at the subway. and take my
Yeah,
older
well,
daughter.
exactly, and it gets you up, it gets you going, and then you have that time afterwards. And how do you use that time productively? Like right now, you're using it in this class.
Yeah.
But that'll be your time to do lead gen. And then it was brilliant because by 3:30 I was tired anyway, and I could go pick up the kids, cook dinner from 3:30 until 6. If I had nighttime appointments, I was done, the kids were fed, and
Yeah, and you don't feel bad.
And you don't
still
feel
get a
bad.
mother.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want. Like I want that. I want to be back at work. I've been home with kids for a long time. And
Yeah.
so I'm excited for that. But on the other hand, like I still want to be a mom and hit the important points in their life.
well, and that's what's brilliant about this. You can ramp it up and chill, and summer's usually quieter, Christmas is really quiet, so it's great family time. Yeah, that's really quite doable.
Yeah, well, and then we've brought on a nanny, and it just takes so long to find someone that I was comfortable with.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm a nice person, so I can't handle the eggs that come in and give them a bad attitude.
Yeah.
So I finally found one that's like,
Yeah.
a good fit. So I'm excited. Good. Yeah, and my test is tomorrow. So.
Oh, geez, okay.
Yeah.
Good for you for being here, and no, that's great, I think.
I just
think
didn't
you're
want
doing
you to think that because I really appreciate the information.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. The other thing you might want to do is circle back to the part about, there's the phone calling about, I'm in real estate.
Yeah.
There's also a letter that you can write.
Okay.
So take that database and draft the letter, date it saying, I'm so excited, I just got my real estate license, you know, I used to do this, and so I think I'm great at this, I'd love to help you, blah, blah, blah. And then just get ready to throw that in the mailbox the day.
My poor husband, Excellent. You're not allowed to be embarrassed, you're not allowed to say anything, they're supposed to support me, and so it's been really good. So, yeah, because we used to work together, so a lot of these contacts I have had. You know,
That's awesome.
yeah, well, hopefully they all respond well. So far it's been great, but it's been, like you said,
Hi Michael, it's Conrad Reiger with Keller Williams Realty, your favorite real estate broker. Hope you're doing well. I just wanted to quickly touch base and see if you had any real estate plans for this year. I'm wondering how's the condo going, how the renovation's going. Give me a call back at 647-339-9711, 647-339-9711. If I don't hear back from you, I'll try to give you a call next week. Take care. Bye.
yeah, so I'm excited for that. Yeah, and then there was I go to a mom's group, and there was an agent there that was helping another woman, but then again, she shared a little too much of her information with the other moms at the playground. So they didn't have a buyer representation agreement, so she came to me and she was like, partly a spite, but mostly because I like you, and I have your license.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but we're in the same mom group.
But I'd actually like you to share those two stories because I think they're really relevant in terms of that being too pushy or not being too pushy and being able to do stuff even with your license.
And also just like being social all the time, being involved in those things. Like when I was deciding to go back to work, I was like, what are the things to set up? And I thought, we were talking about my girls. And I was like, why would I do that? Like, it's just like these people all the time, social events. Everyone wants to know what the other one is doing. It's gossipy. But a lot of it's supportive. Yeah, so once they know, people always come up to me and talk to me.
Oh, and it's a great conversation. Like they always have questions about it.
Yeah, it's good. So, yeah.
No, I think you're right on the right track.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. But I just wanted you to know.
Yeah.
Hi Tar, it's Conrad Reicher with Keller Williams Realty, your favorite real estate broker. Hope you're doing well. Just wanted to quickly touch base and see if you had any real estate plans coming up for this year. Wondering also how you're loving your home, and if you know anybody that may be interested in buying or selling this year. Give me a call back at 647-339-9711, 647-339-9711. Be great to hear from you. If I don't hear back, I'll try to give you a call next week. Take care.
I sent my note.
Were you there when I was saying how you acted here is how you will act out there?
God, I know. It is. We're just catching up. We haven't spoken in a while.
Yeah, you can catch up on a class call.
Yeah.
One call and then one back.
I know.
Let's go to the washer.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a one on Castro. I came in for smoke retainer for the week's Castro.
I love your scarf.
Thank
you. It's gorgeous. Thank you. It was my Christmas present.
Oh, really? It's a good one.
It was a good Christmas present. Every day I wake up, I'm like, I'm wearing my scarf. I'm wearing my scarf. I wore it on the airplane last week. And I was like, I love my scarf.
Yeah.
It's, I'll love it for 2 years and then. Okay.
Do you ever come to any of the alumni events? Oh, you should. They're having a really good spring gala.
They are?
Yeah. Will you come? I'll let you know about it.
No, I don't. My daughter, no. I don't know. I was such a geek in high school.
Hi Rami, it's Conrad Reicher with Keller Williams, your favorite real estate broker.
Okay.
I hope you're doing well.
I'm just trying to
Just wanted to quickly touch base and see if you had any real estate plans coming up for the year that I can help you with. Also, I wanted to ask if you know anybody that's looking to buy or sell that might need a bit of help.
Well, it's not like
Give me a call back at 647-339-9711, 647-339-9711. If I don't hear back from you, I'll try to give you a call next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
It gets very different. Enjoy this time. Just enjoy it.
I swear my youngest daughter has not stopped whining for 2 weeks straight. To the point where
3-year-old wine is a good wine. Wait till they're like at 20, and then you feel like slapping them.
she's like, I'm driving here, and she's like, Abby, you can't stop whining.
Yeah, I think they're
Because I guess I'm like, Abby, please stop whining. Like, I'm hugging her, and then she's like, Abby, you can't stop whining. Abby, you can't stop whining.
It's torture when I think of my daughter being little. Okay.
Irene?
Yes.
you use Top Producer, right?
Yes.
Would I be able to poke your brain or your assistant's brain on just logistically how you use it, how you input data, how you input things?
Yes. Do you have?
I've already signed up with them. I've started to input my database into it.
Okay.
But I just have logistical questions like, if you call a client, are you recording that you've called them?
Yes.
Are you-
Always.
Are you doing it as a note or as an activity?
As a note.
As a note.
Okay, so a few of you made some calls. A lot of you weren't calling. Guys, like seriously, that's what you're here for in this class. If you're not doing it here, when we're watching over you, what are you gonna do when you get out of the classroom?
I got a question. When someone says to you, I'm not there yet, as in not ready to buy something yet, but I'll keep you in mind, keep it in touch from there on, how do you go about it?
Well, great. Thanks for keeping me in mind. Let me, like, is this somebody new?
This is somebody I know, like his acquaintance from previous industry. He's moved on to another industry. I've moved on to another industry.
Great, well, you know what? I start talking to people weeks, months, and sometimes years before they're ready to make a decision. Let me hang on to your phone, email, whatever. Make sure you try and get an email.
Yeah.
And let me touch base with you in 6 months or 12 months or whatever. Don't leave it up to them. They might.
No, for sure. But I guess it was more like best way to keep in touch with them without scaring them away.
Yeah, can I call you in a year?
Yeah.
Or 6 months or whatever?
Because if you say that, if they say, I'm not thinking of doing something right now, and you say, you know what, most people don't move all that often, but if I can keep in touch with you in like a year from now, and then they might go, well, I was going to do it in 6 months. Like you're trying to also get some frame of reference so you don't miss the boat.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, you do, a lot of people, and I think we touched on this a couple of times, they don't think you want to talk to them until they're ready to transact right this moment.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And you don't want to wait for that time. You want to get in front of them before. So, you know what, if you're not going to be buying for a year, why don't we meet maybe in 6 months so I can give you some ideas about what you have to be thinking about.
You can also just keep notes, right, about like personal things that they might tell you.
Absolutely.
Like, just follow up on that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Data mining. Cat's name is George.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it gives you something to talk about, and it makes them feel like you care.
And some people will say, 6, 12, whatever months down the road, oh, you took really good notes, and some will say, how did you remember that? But I think you remember
Most of them,
it.
how do you
I'm a
know that?
professional.
Yeah. Okay, so I know this is going to be like slogging a dead horse a bit, but why is lead generation important? Why are we doing this?
It's our business.
It's our business, I know.
Yeah, and if it's the easiest way to get business quickly and consistently.
Consistently is a big one.
And cheaply.
Yeah.
Cheaply.
Yes.
Your time investment.
Yes.
Doesn't cost anything.
Okay, now, yeah, I'll come back to that. Okay, we saw this at the beginning. Look familiar? Okay. These leads up here are all the people that you're talking to. Look at the proportion of that to that. You gotta just keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, and where it becomes an art and a system is more of a system than an art. You're gonna start juggling a whole bunch of people. And it's a whole bunch of people that have different requirements at different times. There's like immediate, there's like next season, there's 5 or 8 years from now. There are gonna be people that you may not do business with that are good at giving you referrals, so you gotta keep in touch with them. So the database and how you manage all these people is what makes it easy for you to pick up the phone and make your calls. Because if you have a system where you're keeping track of the notes and that system is giving you a reminder to call, when you're on the phone, and you'll see a little bit later because what we're going to talk about today is all the different ways of prospecting. And when you start trying all the different ways and you make your list to call in the morning, there's lots of layers, and so you don't want to make it too complicated. It's as simple as, who am I calling tomorrow, what am I talking to them about, and where am I trying to get them to? But even if you start with a piece of paper and you're tracking your calls, have a system to keep those notes in, because by the time we're finished this program and you've got 200 names, you're going to have to manage that. We're going to talk a bit about that as we go forward today. So Chris Heller, who we saw the video of him at the beginning, he's the CEO of Keller Williams. I never questioned for a moment that prospecting was the best way for me to go. And it generates business immediately, and it's inexpensive.
Can you play that video again?
No. It's in the faculty side. Go back. There's another really good one that I want you guys to see.
Yeah, and Chris Heller, like, you think I'm a machine. He is a crazy.
You can tell.
He is like 3 hours a day religiously, no matter what.
He's cold calling, I assume.
Yeah, there was cold calling in there. He's now stepped away. He's director
Right.
of Worldwide. He stepped away from his business at 7th level, so he has his team now doing the same thing.
Lead generation is your number one.
Lizanne, can I mention one thing? When I was at the last Bold course, our coach, Rob Daniel, was telling us about, I think it was Heller or somebody
Lead
else,
generation
who went
is
to Denver Union, and he wasn't from that area, but his, back home, he always door knocked every day. So when he went there, he went door knocking in the local area, got a whole bunch of leads, and then gave those leads to local agents and got referral fees from them. So he kept door knocking every single day. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is a machine.
That's awesome.
He's from,
Number one job. You have started by calling your ex, your sphere of influence. You have even reached out via social media. But what do you do when you